So, I feel pretty fucking bored, or empty, or tired, or exhausted. My emotions are all over the place, really. A lot of things are all over the place. I guess still pretty much avoiding feelings and healing and whatnot. I don't know. Trying to make the best out of everything. I just feel like shit overall. Um, It's just the past haunting me and just feeling overwhelmed and tired and exhausted and sad and angry and upset and all this shit. There's a lot going through my mind, a lot of emotions. And I'm just overall exhausted and frustrated and angry and upset. And I just try to suppress it. Because I guess it's like I'm living as though those people who have harmed me are still here. And in a sense they are, even if I can't see them really. They're, you know, psychological damage, words, vibrations. Words, everything carries a vibration. So, even if, or just everything, even thoughts, everything's vibration and whatnot, frequency, and I forgot the other thing, but yeah. And it affects you. Water is very sensitive. I believe that's why Pisces is such a beautiful sign, personally. Because when I was living in Florida, there were fishes and tadpoles and whatnot. Very beautiful place. I love it over there. I love the nature. I feel like there's a lot more animals over there than here in Cali. Um, you know, you can see otters or lynx or whatever animal that is. Wild cats and alligators and turtles and hellebirds and butterflies and shit. Here I've seen, oh yeah, and there's dragonflies over there too. Here I've seen dragonflies. I think I've seen some butterflies, moths, um, cats, and birds. So I feel like it's not as many. So it does make me feel a bit disconnected. I don't know. I guess Florida's just a place I feel most comfortable for some reason. Maybe because it has water and it's a peninsula, you know. Even though I don't really know how Cali looks from above or whatever. But yeah, it just bothers me. A lot of things just bother me. I just feel so overwhelmed and tired and exhausted and just overall angry at so many things. And it's just like, I wonder if all of that will ever stop. And these things will actually get better one day. And a lot of me just kind of feels like there's no hope. So, it's that kind of thing. But for some reason I keep going. It's like part of me does have hope even if I don't feel so hopeful. So a paradox, contradictory type shit. Or maybe it's complementary. I don't know. Still trying to figure shit out. I just know it's fucking freezing. And I love going outside, but my body just doesn't really take the cold that well compared to Florida's climate. But can't be in Florida, so I just have to take advantage of what I have here. So, yeah, I'll just have to do that. I guess the most thing I feel is just fear. I just feel really overwhelmed by everything. Fear that I'm not enough, fear that I'm doing too much, fear that I'm an asshole, fear that I'm evil, or fear that just everything. Fear that I'm stupid, the world is not good enough, or too much. I just feel really bothered. I want things to just be over and to get over everything. I don't want to feel like this anymore. I want to feel free. I want to feel motivated and happy and at least content, I feel like. Don't really know the definition of content. But I believe it's a synonym for happy, right? I don't know. I just know I don't feel well. Even though I also feel happy and a little bit joyous, but I don't at the same time. It's just a lot of overwhelming shit, really. Just feel overwhelmed, exhausted, angry, upset, bothered, annoyed, pissed. I want to feel whole again. I don't want to feel like, time's running out. Or, yeah, I guess that's it. I feel like time's running out. And then I get really impatient and just feel really clouded and sick, and because I keep believing that time is running out, but it's not. It's not running out. Shit's fine. Everything. I mean, not everything's fine, but like things are working in my favor, and it's just difficult to try and think and feel outside of that because I'm so used to all the chaos. So maybe it's just like this transition period, or I've already transitioned to this new place, but I'm just not accepting the reality because I'm still attached to the past, and maybe that's why all these readings have been telling me that I just need to let go. Which reminds me of Frog Cleansing Moon from the Spirit of the Wheel deck. Maybe that's what it means by letting go. Having to face these negative habitual patterns of which take place within my mind. And at least take a look. I've written down already some of the darkest thoughts I have. Maybe it just feels scary because, I'm focusing a lot on the feeling and the human aspect of it. But I am also a divine source and an infinite being having a human experience, and sometimes I just do stay in that victim mentality. But I do hate how people have demonized the word victim, but there are people who do actually victimize themselves, meanwhile they're wreaking havoc. I just hate how it's been used against me. It's not like I ever wanted to victimize myself. Maybe at this point I'm just going from victim to survivor, and that's the transition. And before I didn't have a place to do all of that, I wasn't safe. I wasn't in a good place for all that I'm doing now. I wasn't safe. And I didn't feel protected. but, a year later, since I've manifested wanting to move out, I may not have be where I expected or imagined to be, but in a way I am. It's just not exactly what I thought it'd be, you know. Because back then I was like, well, I don't want to live with them anymore and this and that and blah, blah, blah. But, right now I don't, 6 days out of the week for Bernardo's not here. Sometimes 5. Maria's over in Peru with my parents. So, it may not be 100, and sure, there's like the main house where all the annoying ass people have been, especially during the holidays, but it's just, it is better. Guess I do just have a really dark mind. But I can't blame myself at all, just is habitual thinking. There's mannerisms that need to be changed. And at least I acknowledge that, so. Yeah. Because these other people want to sit there and judge me and all this shit. And of course I do care. I don't like them, just do not care. I just don't pay attention to it. I choose to stand my ground and still be me, despite all the bullshit, because why should I just take their bullshit and let them win? Either way, they're gonna talk shit about me. It's like a song from Olivia O'Brien. They're all gonna say what they wanna say. They're all gonna talk shit anyway. I need to love myself. Yeah. We live in a beautiful place and time. And I feel like I keep thinking that the past is where all the good is, but there's good here too. Or I keep thinking all the bad is here. And maybe it's a combination of both, and I just need to be able to be aware of it and accept this reality or whatever that means. And just accept myself and where I am instead of pushing against the current, beating myself up for not being where I want to be, even though it's literally not capable according to these societal standards that have been set in place. So, I'll have to figure something out. I just feel scared and bothered and annoyed and just irritated. I don't know. I don't know what to do. I just know I feel sick. Just riddled by fear. Overall pain and shit. I just want to feel grounded and sturdy and stable, and, like a Taurus. I don't want to feel all over the place. I want to feel like myself. And not this facade that's been created. I'm just want to be me. I want to feel comfortable. I want to feel loved and cared for and seen. I'm tired of people taking advantage of me. I'm tired of feeling like the villain or rescuing myself. Because these things, people that have surrounded me for so long are the most toxic. Yeah, they've taught me a lot, but doesn't mean they get to stay. They really don't deserve to stay. I just want to feel freed. Maybe I just choose to stay in these shackles because it's familiar. I heard a story about an elephant. Baby elephant was tied up. And then it grew. And it had the strength to break away, but since it grew with the belief that it had no power, it didn't break free. Even though it was possible to do. It's all just a belief. You know, like a phoenix burning in the ashes. They burn everything. They destroy everything in order to rebuild everything. Because you can't create something new without destroying what no longer serves you. And I think I've still been trying to create something new. Or not new, but what really serves me without destroying the past. I feel like I just suppress the past and try to move forward instead of trying to take a step back and look at the bigger picture and shit. Why did the camera flash, or the whole screen flash? Was a picture taken? I was gonna keep talking and ignore it, but that was weird. And it's not the only time it's happened. It's happened with the JBL and it's happened with this multiple times, but I just choose to ignore it. It's weird. Summer, if you're watching, or Bernard, or whoever. Hi. How's it going? Having fun? Y'all really have to go out of your way for all of this. It must be a sorry ass life. But no worries, it just motivates me more. Emotions are my feeling. I do have Pisces in my chart after all, as well as Cancer and Gemini. Everybody has all the zodiac signs. And we all move through all the seasons anyway. But y'all always wanted to hide all of that shit from us. Now it's surfacing and y'all want to create cults within spirituality and spiritualism. Religion, now cult like spiritualists. Interesting. So many things relate gaslighting to cult. They always connect. The only way for the cult to control their cult. I don't know, their group. The masses. That's what it's called. Culture. 2020, 2021, 2022. You hide something in plain sight. You really think I'm gonna give you all of me? You really think you're gonna get through to me because you get to spy on me and my camera and because you gave me this computer and you're using your email? So you think you have all the access to me? Just remember the universe balances everything. I'll just leave you with that. Because if you actually had control over me, I wouldn't be able to record this. All you can do right now is observe. I've taken back my power. It's like ice cream on a stick. But it is not I who is screaming, it is you. So what, Maria, you're gonna get your friend Chuck or Carlos to try and take down my videos and shit? Or hack and whatnot? Remember how you said you weren't, or he wasn't a part of the CIA or whatever? But in one of our phone calls, you said exactly that. This all goes both ways. There's always balance. I promise you. So, be careful what you wish for. Everything comes back to you tenfold, if not more. But ice cream. Have a good one.